One of the things that really breaks my heart is I see so many speakers coming to me, especially newer speakers who are getting a lot of advice and a lot of feedback from lots of different people. I hear so many speakers tell me that they feel like they can't be themselves and be a good speaker. This is garbage. This is absolute garbage. I don't know who told you this, but it's not true. I have a good idea of who told you this. People have opinions about what a good speaker is. Most of that is irrelevant. I hate to tell you. There are three things you need to do to be a good speaker. You need to be seen, you need to be heard, and you need to be understood. Now, understood, engaging, effective, all those things come under understood. But the point is, everything else is a style choice. You speak fast, great. Your clients probably love that. You speak slow, great. Your clients probably love that. You're a little bit chaotic and all over the place. Guess what? It's charming. You're very slow and methodical and really data oriented. Bet your clients really appreciate that. There are so many different types of speakers. There is no one way to be. Anyone who tells you that you need to change your personality in order to be effective, they're not they're not a good speaking coach. You shouldn't be listening to them. Really, honestly. Your job as a speaker is to understand this voice body instrument. Understand how it works. Don't hurt it. Make sure that you have sustainable practices. You're not losing your voice. You're managing your energy. All of those things are within your personality. You're an introvert. Don't book 3 speaking gigs in a row. Make sure that you have time to relax afterwards and recharge. You're an extrovert. Book a whole bunch. Great. It doesn't matter what your style is. What is important is that you are true to yourself. There is nothing that is going to sabotage you faster than trying to be someone you're not. If you're an introvert trying to be an extrovert, if you are trying to slow yourself down because someone told you that you had to speak at a grade 3 level at a certain pace, those are the things that are going to make you unlikable and untrustable. They're the things that are going to make you feel gross. You're not going to want to speak. You're not going to take those speaking gigs. You're not going to do the consistent content creation that you said that you were going to do because it feels wrong, because it is wrong. You need to lean into who you are. Do you know how many business owners are sweating and stressed and pulling their hair out, trying to figure out what it is that makes them different from their competition? Do you know how common a problem that is? As a speaker, you have a gift. You have yourself. You can be the embodiment of your values, of what makes you unique, of what you bring to your clients, what your unique value proposition is. You get to embody that and broadcast it, even if you don't really understand it. That is the magic of speaking. Because if you are going to um, represent that through a logo or through an article or through any other sort of media, you have to consciously go, okay, these are our values. This is what we stand for. This is what makes us different. How do we communicate that? As a speaker, you just got to lean into who you are. You don't need to know all the details because you're living it, you're embodying it, you're broadcasting it. Now, the more you know yourself, yes, the better that's going to be. But the thing is, you don't need to be able to articulate what makes you special if you can show people what makes you special. It's such a gift. Your personality is a gift. There are things that you are going to not want to do as a speaker. If mumbling is getting in the way of you being understood, that's not really a personality trait, is it? You can be quiet. You can be a person with a very soft spoken, quiet personality, but then you articulate clearly and you invite people into your energy. You compensate in other ways. Mumbling isn't a personality choice. That is a lack of precision in your in your fine motor skills of your speech. That's not a personality choice. That's something that you are doing that is getting in the way of being understood. If you speak really quickly, if you speak so quickly that no one can understand you, there are ways to help you slow down enough and clear up your articulation to parse things in a way that people will still keep up with you, even if you speak quite quickly. And we don't need to dampen that beautiful energy and that joy. We don't need to do that. You can still have all of that. If you're a bit chaotic and a little bit fragmented, you can learn tools to keep yourself on time and on track and still have that lovely, spontaneous feel. You are not wrong. There is nothing wrong with you, and you do not need to conform to be a good speaker. All of the really successful speakers stand out. They are different. They know what makes them special, they embrace it, and they capitalize on it. You do not need to be like everyone else in order to be successful. The people who are telling you that are misinformed. I'm hoping it's just ignorance and it's not, malicious intent, but you do not need to be like other people. You need to be yourself as loudly and vibrantly and fully and wonderfully and messily as you are. Show up as yourself, show up honestly, authentically, in integrity. Be on the outside exactly as you are on the inside, and your clients will love you. You will build instant know, like, and trust. It'll be so easy for people to understand what it's like to work with you. You don't need to do any convincing, you don't need to do any persuading because you are truth in advertising just by showing up. Please don't let anyone tell you that you have to change who you are. You do not need a personality overhaul. You need to understand your instrument. You need to understand how to take care of it. You need to understand if there is anything getting in the way of you being understood. But if someone doesn't like your choices, they're just not the right person for you. That's okay. Most people aren't your people. Most of marketing is polarizing, sifting through, repelling the people who don't want you and attracting the people who are right to work with you. If someone is coming up to you and they're telling you they don't like the way you do things, that's fine. You're not for them. They can jog on. The people who are right for you will resonate with you and they will appreciate you for being a little bit different. So please, don't take that terrible advice. Lean into your strengths, lean into what makes you unique, and celebrate it. I bet you good things will come.